Hey there, Dr. Jalen Ricks, and I'm here today to tell you about something I'm very excited about. I think is a very positive thing happening in our society. You know, when you do the things you love, go to sports games, go to the amusement park, knit clothes, make clothes, do hobbies, detail cars, anything at all. When you do the things you love, you end up oftentimes finding people who also do the things that you love, right? It creates a kind of community. In fact, there are whole cultures of like cosplay, of putting on things in your clothes, or whole cultures of people who go to different roller coasters to experience some things. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. And not surprising, the internet has really supercharged our ability to create community with people who love the things we love all over the world. It's amazing. And one thing that we are seeing more so than ever, especially with COVID, is that more and more people are finding that they love to express and enjoy their sexuality, and they are finding people all over the world that love doing the same thing. It is not just an industry, it is a whole lifestyle. It is an erotic culture, if you'd like to say, and it is amazing. We are finding that the sexual revolution is alive and well on the internet. We see it in the cam industry and the OnlyFans or just for fans whole phenomenon where people are expressing themselves sexually, putting videos up or standing in front of cameras live so you can watch people be sexual and express themselves sexually. And it's not just a job. There are people who spend every minute of their day. They enjoy being sexual beings. They go from city to city. They find other people that they can be sexual with. They make videos, little amateur videos, and they share it on their content on their page, and they share it on content on their page, and everyone wins, and their fans love it, and it creates a whole living, a whole lifestyle, and a whole erotic culture. Keep in mind, sexual communities have always been around. They've just been a lot harder to see because the status quo of general community and society was so uncomfortable with sexuality. It had to all be secret. It had to be all behind the scenes, you know, passwords and things like that. And even today, there are places in this world that it is still not okay to be your sexual self. But now we see with the internet, our sexual revolution is supercharged. It is going places and everywhere you turn. And in general, it is a good thing. I was watching a documentary recently called Cam Life on Hulu, and it's about this whole explosion of the cam industry, camera, short for camera, cam industry online. And one of the statistics they mentioned was that it is estimated that between people who view people on cam and the people who are behind the cameras on cam, and then all the business industry that is around it, they estimate that there are 32 million people every day having something to do with the cam industry all around the world. That's not just a flash in the pan. That is an entire erotic culture. And it's the wonderful thing is that it is joyful, it is exciting, it's kind of nasty. It's exactly, you can find exactly what your sexual preference can be, and you can really savor it and enjoy it, and even turn the camera around and be a part of it yourself. Now, I would imagine some of you watching this video are feeling pretty uncomfortable at this time. Things like this might trigger you. It might bring up a certain amount of shame. Oh my gosh, I could never do that myself. Or oh my gosh, someone certainly has to be being taken advantage of right now. And I get that. I understand that. But I also don't think there's any way we're ever going to put this genie back in the bottle. You know what I mean? And so why not explore what you're feeling about this. Perhaps what you're feeling is just a fear of something so overtly sexual. It intimidates you. It kind of brings up your own shame of like not being sexual enough, not measuring up, comparison. So just be aware of that. I'm not saying it doesn't have a downside or that there aren't consequences in being so vulnerable with your sexuality. Of course there are. We're going to make mistakes. Of course there are ways that people out there are going to take advantage of it. The wonderful thing is, it is so transparent. It is so open to being observed that it makes it much harder for predators and people who are going against consent to do anything about it. This is a very, very good thing. No more hiding in the shadows, right? We've got to bring this out into the public and make it as positive and wonderful and joyful and celebratory as we possibly can. I get it. This is not for everybody. I'm not suggesting that everybody jump on the internet and show off their sexy freedom and everything like that. I get that. But what is so amazing is that it's providing so many people the option to stretch out and express their sex positivity like never before. And if there's anything that COVID has taught us, is that when it becomes more and more manageable, if we can be our sexy selves online, just imagine how wonderful it's going to be when we can create sexual environments and erotic culture in person, face to face. This is a wonderful, wonderful thing. The other thing that's so beautiful to see is that it's so inclusive. Anyone, it doesn't matter what you look like, if you're sexy or what the society calls beautiful or anything like that. It doesn't matter your weight. It doesn't matter how old you are. Anyone, any consensual adult is welcome to let their sexy flag fly. And it is a beautiful thing. The wonderful thing is that so many people are doing it, and not just doing it like, kind of doing it. No, they are. You can watch them transform on camera in front of you, enjoying deep, beautiful, sexy pleasure. They are being them sexy selves, and it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So check it out. And perhaps there's a place for you as well to be part of the erotic culture. I'm Jalen Ricks, sexologist. Thanks for listening.